So to begin, I'm starting this look off by applying a base per usual. Here I'm using MAC's Paint Pot in the color Painterly, of course. And I'm applying a thin layer onto the entire lid, then moving on using this tannish, somewhat obviously skin tone for me, shadow, applying that onto my entire lid, and then moving on with this mustardy color, brownish type color, I guess, to my crease, or to my crease and above my crease, because it's going to be my transition shade. I'm applying that using a blending brush and going over it, going over it, going over it. And then I'm going to be adding a little bit of Topaz from Sigma and applying that on top of it. This is just going to intensify the color. It's kind of a similar shade, so kind of like a mustardy brown, but this one is a little more brown than mustardy. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And I love it as a transition shade because it's really warm and really easy to work with. Next, going in with a smaller shading brush and this kind of brownish color from, oh, and by the way, I'm using the Morphe 35N palette, which I have used in another tutorial before, and I love it because it has a lot of neutrals, a lot of browns, which I really just absolutely love and you can use for anything. Anyway, I'm going in with that color and I'm applying it onto my outer V and into the inner corner of my eye and just connecting along the crease. I'm making sure to skip on the lid because I am going to be, as you can tell with my other eye, using a shimmery gold. And so I want to make sure that that part is completely blank so that the shimmery gold really pops. Although I don't think it would be a problem because the shimmery gold that I am going to be using is pretty intense. So then going back in with a blending brush and just blending along my crease, leading up toward my brow bone a little bit. Then after spraying my shadow brush with a little bit of MAC's Fix Plus in order to intensify the shadow and make it a little bit more metallic, I'm adding Amber Lights, and this is from MAC. It's a beautiful gold that looks good with pretty much anything that gold looks good with. Like if you need a gold, this needs to be in your collection because I just absolutely love it. If you look at it, just the intensity is just really, really, really there. And with the MAC's Fix Plus, absolutely pops. And then I'm going back in with the blending brush in order to blend along my crease so that you can't really tell where the gold ends and where the brown begins. Next, adding just some simple black liner. This is Black Track from MAC, in case you're wondering. It's not a super, super intense black, but it's enough to hide my lash line because I am going to be wearing some false lashes. So if you don't want the band to kind of be very noticeable, or if your lashes are they don't have a band to hide the lash line, then I would definitely just add a little bit of a black liner because it does help hide that. Next, I'm adding some of MAC's eyeliner, and this is in the color Smolder, and I'm just using that in order to tight line my eye, and applying some Demi Wispies from Ardell. I absolutely love this style because it gives you enough, I don't know, fluff onto your lashes without making it too over the top or too dramatic or too noticeable. Like, hey, she's wearing lashes and I can tell from here. Like, no, these are pretty subtle. So that's why I love those. They're my go-to for like daytime or even for nighttime, I guess, on some occasions. Next, I'm just going to speed right through my entire face because if you've seen any of my other videos, I'm sure you've seen me do my entire face. And unless you're really, really super interested, then I can devote a video to that. But since we're just looking at the eyes for this video, I'm going to speed through it. Here I'm using an oldie but goodie, and it's my F80 from Sigma. That brush, I brought it back. I mean, I've been using my Beauty Blender a lot, but I still like this brush a lot. And I'm applying some Double Wear, some Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and I am in the color Wheat in case anyone is interested. Then going in with my finger, my ring finger, and applying some Pearl Longwear concealer from MAC. I'm in the color NC35 in case you're wondering. And on top of the concealer, I'm adding the MAC's Prep and Prime for highlight. Sometimes I like mixing it together because I like the finish that it gives me. When it comes to my under eye area, I'm always experimenting because I am never satisfied. My dark circles are just crazy, out of this world, and I'm never satisfied. So always trying something new never hurts. So going in and mixing the two, and of course highlighting the points that I want highlighted with the Prep and Prime before going in with the Beauty Blender, and then just blending, and blending some more. Using my Beauty Blender once again, I'm going to be setting my under eye area with Laura Mercier's brightening powder, which is of course a must when you have dark circles, and even when you don't. It just gives you such a brightening effect underneath your eye area, or just literally everywhere you put it, that I don't see any wrong way of using this product. I mean, unless you go crazy and you put it all over your face, then definitely not. And then going back to finish up the eyes, so using a flat defining brush, going back with the darkest shade that I used on my eye, or the one that I used along my crease and the inner corner, that kind of thing. I'm applying that onto my lower lash line, but just onto the lower, I don't know, like half, the outer half rather. So applying that onto both of my eyes on the outer half. Then using a pencil brush and going back in with the color Topaz from Sigma, I'm using that in order to blend out the bottom lash line, or the shadow that I put along my bottom lash line, and just smoke it out so that it's not just such a harsh line of brown. Going in with Tarte's Amazonian Clay Liner, I'm applying that onto my lower lash line, and this is in the color Sunstone Bronze. So it's bronzy, it's brown, a little bit of gold in it. It's really beautiful. And of course, to completely finish off the eyes, I'm just going in with any mascara and blending away my real lashes to my false lashes. And of course, as always, adding mascara onto my bottom lashes. For this look, I am going to be contouring, but just a little bit. So using my beauty blender, which is my most favorite way of contouring lately, it gives you such a natural contour finish. I'm applying some of the Hula bronzer from Benefit, which is my favorite at the moment to contour with. And then applying some Peaches from MAC as blush onto my cheeks. Using Champagne Pop from Becca, and again, my beauty blender. This is a very multitasking tool that I absolutely love. Applying that onto my cheekbones, and then of course I always apply a little bit of it, geez, I can't speak, onto my temple area, and then of course to the bridge of my nose, in order to make the bridge of my nose just kind of stand out and pop out a little bit more, and then also applying it onto my Cupid's bow area. And then just adding some ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lipstick in the color Bumble. I really love this color for the look, although you can definitely mix it up and do like a red, a deep red, cranberry. I see all sorts of different colors being used with this bronzy look that I put together. I actually used this look for Thanksgiving and I really loved it, so I wanted to use it again, but do a different lip color because I believe I applied a darker red for it that day. So I just wanted to mix it up a little bit, but you can definitely add whatever lip color you'd like. I think that this eye look would look beautiful with pretty much any color. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this look. Please give it a thumbs up, let me know that you did, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I post every Tuesday. As always, guys, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!